Flash flooding in the southwest continues into today as the remnants of Raymond make their way through the southwest United States. And there are a couple more systems that could develop before we reach the end of the season. I'll go over what's going on, the nor'easter on the East Coast, and the tropics in this video. It's UBF Cyclones, Sunday, October 12th, 2025. Starting with remnant low Raymond, it made landfall as a remnant low. It transitioned to a remnant low shortly before making landfall as a tropical depression in Cabo San Lucas. This shows it almost making landfall as a tropical depression. However, it was barely a remnant low by the time it made landfall. So the system's remnants are starting, or the rain left over from the system is starting to move through the southwest United States. A current look at the radar. There is a lot of heavy rain moving through Phoenix, south of Phoenix right now, so still very populated areas. There are a bunch of flash flood warnings at the moment, and a lot of them are radar indicated. This one's radar engaged indicated, rain gauge picking up a lot of rain. But most of these are radar indicated. This one is radar engaged. This one actually has a considerable threat, so be sure you get to high ground. I will be monitoring all of this very carefully. This one north of Phoenix is also radar engaged indicated. It says considerable threat. So again, want to be monitoring that very closely. Be sure you get to high ground if you're under a flash flood warning. Disturbance 1 in the Eastern Pacific currently has a 0% chance of development in the next 2 days and a 30% chance of development in the next 7 days. I do expect this to develop. I will show you the forecast models later in this video. Along with Invest 97L in the Atlantic, it currently has 35 mile-an-hour sustained winds, a 40% chance of development in the next 2 days, and a 50% chance of development in the next 7 days. I do expect that to develop as well. Invest 97L for the infrared satellite imagery. If it will load, it is starting to get maybe a low-level circulation, maybe even a mid-level circulation. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a tropical depression by, I don't know, maybe tomorrow. I don't know, let me look at the forecast models. But I do expect this to develop. I'm not totally sure how strong this would get. Some models are showing it reaching hurricane status. Starting with the GFS, they are showing this developing. They show it pretty organized now, so again, I wouldn't be totally surprised if we saw a depression tomorrow. They show it maybe getting its act together a little more on the 14th, which is Tuesday, and then it doesn't do much after that. Following that, by the way, if this develops and strengthens into a tropical storm, it would get the name Lorenzo. And then following that, the GFS model shows maybe a tropical storm hitting the DR. Earlier they're showing maybe a major hurricane hitting the DR. They'll make a bunch of model runs from now until then. I'm not even sure if this will develop, but I will be monitoring all of this very closely. The European forecast model, let's go to an earlier forecast model so you can get a better understanding of what they're saying. The European forecast model doesn't really show anything developing. They're maybe showing a little spin, maybe later in the month. So I guess that's a decent tropical storm, October 27th. And then if this one develops, becomes Lorenzo, then that one would become Melissa. If this doesn't develop, that does develop, that would become Lorenzo. So it really depends on what happens. I'll be monitoring all of this for you all. Be sure to subscribe to stay safe from life-threatening weather. I'll be monitoring all of this. Thanks for watching and see ya.